We want to bring in Dr. Timothy Quinn on this, obesity specialist. Doctor, thanks so much for making the time.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Doctor, this is a big deal, right? Because we're talking about potentially thousands upon thousands of Americans who now could have insurance coverage for this to help specifically to prevent heart issues.
Man, I am just shaking my head because I am so excited. As a board certified obesity weight loss medicine doctor, I was excited initially and still excited that these medications are clinically research proven to help a person get to a healthier weight. But now with this research, we now have clinical research data demonstrating that these medications can not only help a person get to a better weight or a healthier weight, but can help them live. I mean, there were three main findings with this study. The first finding was there's a 20% reduction in MACE, which is a major adverse cardiovascular event, meaning if you're someone on this medication. Now, in this study, I want to note the individuals had already been documented to have cardiovascular disease. Either they had a stroke, they've had a heart attack, or they might have peripheral vascular disease, meaning they're at higher risk of having another heart attack or a stroke or possibly losing their life. But the first finding was there's a 20% reduction in risk that that same individual will have that deadly heart attack or that non-fatal stroke or that non-fatal heart attack. Now, there was a 15% reduction in risk noted that if individuals take this medication, they are less likely to have that fatal heart attack. And lastly, now here's the kicker, number 3, if they take the medication, there's a 19% reduction in risk of dying from any cause.
Wow.
So all of the decision makers that decide if the insurance is going to pay for the medicine now have something else to consider. Not only is it documented that patients will get to a healthier weight, but now it's documented that they have a higher chance of not losing their life.
Doctor, it's wild, and it feels like every other day. What doesn't this medication help? We hear it helps with addiction to drugs and alcohol. It helps with potentially PCOS, fatty liver, which so many Americans suffer from as well. Before we go, I have to ask you about the black box warning on these GLP-1 agonists. A portion of rats given clinically relevant doses do develop thyroid tumors. They develop thyroid cancer. We have not seen this definitively in humans. Are you worried that 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we're going to see thyroid tumors and cancer in humans who are taking these miracle drugs, who are taking Ozempic, WeGovy, Mounjaro, et cetera?
Well, the deal with that is we're talking about medullary thyroid cancer, and that's the documented history. But I've had a discussion with a local endocrinologist about that particular scenario, and basically what was disclosed was, anytime you take a medication, be it GLP-1s, WeGovy, or metformin, or any medication, there's always the possibility of a risk. But the take home is, do the benefits outweigh the risk? And overwhelmingly, the benefits of these medications outweigh risk for 99.9% of the patients that I care for right here in Mississippi. I'm seeing so many patients get healthier, and at the end of the day, now I know that there's a higher or a decreased risk that they can lose their life. So, I mean, the science speaks for itself.
Yeah, it's remarkable what we're seeing right now, and I appreciate your perspective and time. Dr. Timothy Quinn, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.